What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a fight analysis of Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. I'm going to go through most of the exchanges in the fight, point out some techniques and strategies, things these guys did well, the mistakes, and ultimately what led up to Charles winning the fight. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so right out the gate, the first exchange sequence, Charles is coming right at Justin Gaethje. Gaethje throws a low kick, which lands. Oliveira tries to come over the top with the right hand. Gaethje with a quick little check hook, cuffing Oliveira. Charles almost caught him with that punch. And that's one of the things I admire about Charles Oliveira. He's not afraid of stepping into the fire. He's not afraid of getting hit in order to deliver his shot. Ironically, Justin Gaethje is the same way. Charles Oliveira was doing great work in the clinch. If you rewatch the fight, he was sneaking in a lot of knees. Those things do damage, obviously, and pay dividends a little bit later in the fight. Completely sap your cardio. Sometimes it doesn't feel like much when you get hit by a knee, but they add up and they creep up on you. Gaethje with the signature low kicks, but Charles actually had an answer for them. He was checking them or simply getting his leg out of the way often. And I also noticed he was firing back. And that's a counter against low kicks. Well, that's a counter. You can simply blitz forward when they throw it. Try to land a straight punch. Charles was hunting for that overhand right. Gaethje was thinking the same thing. Justin Gaethje has a tendency of ducking his head down, not looking where return shots are coming from. I think Charles noticed this. And in the fight, often he was trying to control Justin's head to throw a knee in his face, and also holding him in place with one arm and trying to land uppercuts on him. But in this sequence, Justin actually landed an uppercut on Charles. That was the first time Charles fell in the fight. Once again, Charles Oliveira with great knees. You can see him hook the back of Gaethje's head. That's definitely something he noticed with Justin Gaethje, a tendency to duck his head down. In this exchange, Charles Oliveira probing with the left, measuring Justin Gaethje out, slips a right hand over the top, goes with the punch. Doesn't really do much to Oliveira, but he's off balance. Justin Gaethje sees this, throws a sharp left, kind of connects, but Oliveira's hands in a way, protecting his chin. Great technique. You can see Charles once again trying to hook the back of Gaethje's head. Gaethje too quick to the draw, uncorks a right hand. Cracks Oliveira right on the temple. Oliveira was throwing a right of his own, but a little bit too slow. Gaethje caught him first. Kind of reminiscent of Dan Hardy and Carlos Condit. Different punches, different situation, but they both try to land on each other, and Condit a little bit quicker to land. You can see here Oliveira, again, checking the low kicks very well. You can see constantly trying to hook Justin Gaethje's head because he ducks his head down low often. Controlling his head, trying to land an uppercut, which clips Justin Gaethje. Gaethje swinging wild, whiff and a miss. One of Charles' best weapons standing, and just like beautiful technique, is his left hook. Gaethje ducked that one though. Spins out around Charles Oliveira, taking an angle, but he doesn't fire anything. I think that was an opportunity for Gaethje to throw a right hand. Gaethje getting really wild and reckless at 2:43 in the first round. Swinging wild, sloppy, so off balance, throwing haymakers, knocks himself over. You could seriously see the momentum shifting at this point in the fight. Another example of Charles Oliveira dealing with those low kicks well, getting his leg out of the way. There he goes, grabbing the back of Justin's head, measuring, trying to control him. Bam, right hand over the top. Justin in a wild exchange lands a beautiful uppercut right on the chin of Oliveira. Oliveira eats it well, controlling Justin's head. Justin trying to come over the top. Oliveira kind of goes with the punch, uncorks a right hand on the break. Justin Gaethje a little bit sloppy on his exit. At this point, he's fatigued, probably not thinking straight. Bronx capitalizes. Beautiful punch. Now on to truly the beginning of the end, the ground sequence. Charles Oliveira taking Justin Gaethje's back. You can see he has hooks in. Gaethje's left arm is trapped. Oliveira is not really in the proper position to sink in a rear naked choke, and he doesn't have the right leverage. Gaethje's sitting a little bit too low. So Charles obstructing Gaethje's breathing, got him in a face crane covering his mouth and nose. After some adjustments, Charles threatening with an armbar, taking advantage of the position to deliver some damage. Gaethje is in real trouble here. At this point, Charles Oliveira has a high triangle. He's not really in the right position to choke Gaethje out, but it's really uncomfortable. He's squeezing Gaethje with his legs. That arm is in a precarious position. Once again, the position is uncomfortable. With the squeeze, Justin Gaethje's right shoulder and arm are pressing against his artery on that side in his neck. On the other side, you have Charles Oliveira's thigh. Now, there's a little bit of gap on that side, that left side. On the side of Charles Oliveira's thigh, pressed against Gaethje's head, there's enough space there where I wouldn't say he has the leverage and the squeeze to choke Gaethje unconscious, but it's hella uncomfortable. You can see that in Justin Gaethje's face. In the scramble, Gaethje trying to sit up, Charles just rips him back. You can see his right arm is slid underneath Justin Gaethje's chin, hand hooking on his shoulder. That's locked in there. Charles has an underhook on the left side. Gaethje's right arm is pretty much stuck underneath Charles' right arm. Charles rolls him back, secures a body triangle, really bad for Gaethje. Now he's stuck. Charles still has his right arm. It might be underneath Gaethje's chin at this point. And you can see once again he has that hand clamped onto Justin Gaethje's shoulder. It's anchored in. Gaethje's right arm is semi-immobilized, right shoulder on the mat, bearing his weight. Charles is hooked onto him, Charles's weight, and it's underneath Charles's right arm. So it's kind of tough to like reach up and try to peel something with that right arm for Justin Gaethje. Charles releases the underhook on the left side, slides it right out, releases the anchor on Justin Gaethje's shoulder, ready to grab his left bicep. It's so smooth and systematic. Left arm comes up, right hand hooks on the bicep, left hand behind Justin Gaethje's head. Here starts the squeeze. Justin is completely stuck and trapped. Full body triangle on him. Justin is trying to reach for Charles Oliveira's left hand behind his head to try to peel it, alleviate the choke, get out of it. But it's sunk in so deep that his lights are already going out. Things are turning black. His strength is leaving him. Charles has his left hand tucked in deep behind Justin Gaethje's head, and he's covering it with his face. There's nothing there to grab for Gaethje. Mind you, again, he's getting the life squeezed out of him this whole time. Going black. And that's it. There's the tap. Charles Oliveira, the lightweight king.